In the year 2010, a ray of hope lit the lives of millions of Indian school children aged 6 to 14 years in the form of a landmark project that glows with the collaborative efforts of the Government of India's Ministry of Human Resource Development, state governments, and the National University for Educational Planning and Administration. Funded by the European Union, the project known as Exchange of International Best Practices Leading to Innovation in Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan is being implemented by Save the Children in 7 partner states. Building capacities, the project has been operating at 2 levels. On one hand, the project conducted exposure visits of national and state level officials to countries like UK, Australia, Finland, and Thailand to study international best practices. Based on these best practices and a series of seminars, workshops, and consultations, project states initiated reforms in one or more than one of the 3 strands of the project, namely school-based management, teacher cadre management, and inclusive practices.
Leadership qualities at all levels, that is school level, supervisory officer level, and policy formation level. That is something we need to take care, and precisely this is what being attempted in this project.
On the other hand, a comprehensive initiative was undertaken at the ground or micro level to develop 450 model inclusive learning environments across 5 states by converging all the 3 strands of the project. To ensure that the reforms initiated by the state percolate to the ground level, forums have been established at 3 levels: State Core Group, District Level Committee, and Cluster Level Forum. Central to the entire spectrum of micro-level activity is the Cluster Level Forum. These forums enable teachers, heads of schools, school management committee members, and children groups to meet and discuss future action plans for improving the quality of education.
మా టేకు గ్రామంలో పాఠశాల సంబంధించిన విషయాలన్నీ మేము మాట్లాడుకొని తర్వాత ఈ మండల స్థాయిలకు వచ్చినాము. వచ్చి ఇక్కడ మండల స్థాయిలో ఉన్న వారి ఆఫీసర్ల ముంగట చెప్పడం జరిగింది. దాని తర్వాత జిల్లా స్థాయిలో కూడా మేము మాకు అవకాశం ఇస్తే చెప్పదలుచుకుంటామని అనుకుంటున్నాను సార్.
One of the most important interventions at the micro level has been the redefining of the school development planning process, which is mandated in the Right to Education. The project has facilitated the incorporation of qualitative aspects, the professional development of teachers, and parental participation into the school development plan process. This has encouraged community involvement in the school reform planning process. School management committee members comprising parents, community representatives, as well as students have been empowered to take up issues that can improve the quality of education in the 5 states.
एसएमसी का जो ट्रेनिंग हुई है यहाँ इस प्रोग्राम के तहत और सहयोग रहा है, उस ट्रेनिंग से लोगों की सहभागिता काफ़ी बढ़ी है और काफ़ी कुछ उन्होंने वर्क किया है. स्कूल में उनका इंटरेस्ट बढ़ा है, हर योजना में वो भाग लेने लगे हैं और शिक्षण का स्तर भी इन गतिविधियों के साथ में बढ़ पा रहा है.
Activities at the micro level also include the conducting of a master trainers program to support the creation of a pool of master trainers who in turn can train school teachers in participatory training, inclusive practices, school leadership, and child participation. A pool of 260 master trainers has developed contextual and need-based teaching learning modules. In turn, they have trained 1,300 teachers who have helped to raise learning levels in schools across 5 states.
टीएलएम द्वारा माने पिला शिखी पारिबोनी केमति ना माने मनोवृत्ति देकरी गुड पाठड़ की धरि पारिबोनी. टीएलएम से हमर संस्कृति रो टीएलएम गुड को व्यवहार कोले से जानबे हमर संस्कृति रो हमर जाति टीएलएम गुड ये जिंस गुड को माने भलो भाबरे पाठ को ग्रहण करिवो.
The capacity building of teachers has empowered them to address the diverse needs of special and marginalized children. The hardest to reach groups are being reached. Inclusive teaching has enabled children formerly excluded from accessing the curriculum, particularly girls, children with disabilities, and children from scheduled tribes and scheduled castes, to be included in the learning process.
इस ट्रेनिंग में मुझे सबसे अच्छा लगा इंक्लूसिव एजुकेशन, जिसमें जो है सारे बच्चे जो है पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं। लेबर्स का बच्चे भी पढ़ते हैं यहाँ पे, नॉर्मल फैमिली का बच्चे भी यहाँ पे पढ़ते हैं। तो इस तरह से जो है हमें डिसेबल के साथ किस तरह से डीलिंग किया जाता है उसके बारे में भी हमने इस ट्रेनिंग के ज़रिए सीखा है।
Another intervention that is catalyzing change is the formation of children group in all schools. Children are now taking up leadership roles and voicing their concerns to teachers and school management committees. In many places like Leh and Ladakh, Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan, suggestion boxes have been placed in the school to enable them to voice their needs and suggestions freely. Today, signs of school ownership have begun showing up.
हमने देखा कि बच्चों में एक प्रॉब्लम है कि उन लोगों को स्टेशनरी का बहुत ज़रूरी है और यहाँ पे दुकान भी बहुत दूर है और वहाँ पे क्वालिटी भी अच्छी नहीं मिलते। फिर हमने सोचा यहाँ पे कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी रखा जाए जिसमें हम अच्छी अच्छी क्वालिटी का चीज़ें खरीद के यहाँ पे लाते हैं और बच्चों को जितने भी चीज़ें की ज़रूरत है वो हम बेचते हैं।
Implementation of the project at the ground level has opened out new avenues of change. Barriers that obstruct the realization of quality education are being deconstructed gradually. The winds of change have begun to blow. The seeds sown have begun to bloom. The challenge lies in taking the gains further, in upscaling the project to other states, in replicating the success.
What we are very encouraged about is the fact that we today have states who are not part of a direct funding proposal from our side, but they themselves, recognizing the importance of the learnings that have come out, have actually begun to run the programs on their own budgets and on their own plans. So we hope that this becomes a wave as we go forward.